Guys, Jhin is fantastic, man. Oh my god, this game was absolutely nuts. It made me want to play Jhin way more than I already do. I only play a couple Jhin games when I'm trying to get a video, but man, I think this champion's actually insane. Now for the items, I like to go Storm Razor, Infinity Edge, Stasis, QSS, or Proto Belt, Rapid Fire Cannon, Guardian Angel, or Bloodthirster if I'm really fed, and Mortal Reminder. Now for the runes, you're going to want to run Fleet Footwork, Hunter Vampirism, Bone Plating, Nullifying Orb, or Adaptive Carapace can all be good options, and Nimbus Cloak, because, you know, I don't really need Sweet Tooth myself, so I like running Nimbus Cloak. And for the spells, you're going to want to go Exhaust and Flash. So yeah, guys, this game was absolutely nuts. A lot of crazy plays, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. With that being said, let's hop right on into the gameplay. Alright guys, we are now in the gameplay, and this is actually going to be a voiceover because I messed up the voice recording. So this was actually supposed to be live commentary, and I'm upset because there's actually such a cool play in this, but now you won't get my honest reaction to it, which is a little unfortunate. But you know, a voiceover will do because you get to see my inside thoughts. So the reason why I even picked Jhin is because, well, actually I was trying to record an MF video, but what ended up happening is that I didn't have MF on this count, and so the enemy team, they picked Caitlyn, and so one of my favorite counters against Caitlyn is Jhin. It's just like, it really is my go-to champ against Caitlyn, in ranked at least. Also, sometimes I used to do it in competitive, at least in scrims too. But not much people go Caitlyn these days, and the reason why much people don't go Caitlyn is because Caitlyn really only has lane pressure, and even though you got lane pressure, it's really hard to kill people in lane sometimes. And so yeah, it's just like Caitlyn, if you're not really hardcore snowballing your lane, you're pretty much useless, I feel like. So yeah, that's why I don't personally play Caitlyn or put a lot of games on her, because, you know, all she does is like, she is a lane bully, but not even like that crazy of a lane bully, because at the end of the day, supports are the most important thing in the lane anyways. So yeah, Jhin, my favorite go-to counter against Caitlyn. And now in this lane, we are against the Pyke. Now the Pyke was actually picked after I picked Jhin. I don't like necessarily playing Jhin against Pyke. Now if this was like like if I really cared about this match, like really truly cared, I would have gone, like I would have liked to gone Ezreal here, because if you're against a Pyke Caitlyn and they're not super good players, you're gonna be able to just Q the wave really far, and if Pyke pulls you, you could just E the pull. And so right here I decided to go for a flash play, but the worst part of it all was, like, Pyke didn't even need a flash, right? He just dashed over, but then I flashed right into a stun. So it's like, I was trolling right there. I could have flashed in a better way, but I didn't really flash well, so it was just a bad flash. And right there, I think I should have died if that Caitlyn and the Pyke like were really all engaged on that pull, but I end up slipping away. So honestly, so far a pretty back and forth laning phase, I'd say. But once I am up health, because honestly Soraka's really broken, I think, too, in lane. Right here Pyke's looking for a pull, but I know he's on top of me. So it's very important to keep track of where Pyke is. And so right here I get a really nice trade onto Caitlyn, and I end up rooting Caitlyn. I place a trap, but now I get level 5. And right here I was contemplating, I'm like, hey, they're kind of low. Do you think I could get an ult off here? I was like really debating it. Can I really kill them with just my ult? And I was like, Caitlyn's kind of low. I think I'm going to go for it. So I end up ulting. My strategy is I like ulting in a straight like line, and then the enemy doesn't know what to do. And then right here, the Pyke flash stuns me, and then the Jax. Oh, oh my god. The Pyke pulled me out of Jax's freaking stun. And because of that, I'm actually able to kill them. Oh my god. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my god, guys, watch that back. So I started freaking out, right? I was like, wait, what the hell? Jhin's so broken. How did I live that? But now that I'm watching it back, the Pyke pulled me out of the Jax E. Out of the Jax E. Huh. What? Oh my god, that Pyke trolled the Jax so hard. I definitely should have been dead there. I was so curious. Even watching it back, I was like, wait, I should have been dead there. But wow, okay. Well, there you go. That was a game-losing play, by the way. Like, what happened right there, because the Caitlyn died. the support died, and the Jax died. So, I mean, that's all the main carries right there, just dead like that. And so now I just have complete dominance in this lane. I mean, as you can see, I'm just being a bully all over the place. Caitlyn had a good net right there, but I was still able to get my fourth shot. But I also have Soraka, so if I take any damage, I heal it back. The Caitlyn can't heal it back unless she gets fruit. And so I'm just staying in my lane because, I mean, there's not really anything for me to shift for. So what I'm going to decide to do here is just hit turret. And I place a ward. They have a pink ward right there, which is really interesting pink ward. I think they actually placed it earlier. So right here, you know, we're just hitting the turret. And we're just going to keep hitting it because there's really not much for us to do on the map, especially since their support and top's dead. And I exhaust this Kassadin, and I mean, I just pop him right there. And I pop out my ultimate again. And I mean, this Caitlyn literally uses everything to dodge my abilities, but she ends up dying anyway. So this is a really unlucky lane for Caitlyn, to be honest. Like, as you see, it's just like, and when you're Caitlyn at this point and you're this far behind, like, you can't even do anything really come back. Now, Fed Caitlyn could be super annoying, but like, oh man, I don't know, guys. I just, honestly, I don't really mess with Caitlyn. And I think the only redeeming factor about Caitlyn is that she has a cool skin in Wild Rift right now. The Pool Party Caitlyn skin. That skin is so cool and so smooth on her, but like, the champion just sucks. It has too many counters, I think. And so right there, the Kassadin was way too overextended. I missed my route. I should have been able to land that super easily. I just went way too quick with it. The Jax is trying to run away, but we're able to really close the gap on them. And man, this Kayle just gets all the kills, which, you know, I mean, this Kayle is our late game insurance, really. So I'm pretty happy with her getting the kills there because it really just scales her further. And actually, what this Kayle did was the Kayle picked Kayle into Kassadin. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, wait, you got two really OP late game champions in lane. And I was just thinking, wait, that's actually low-key kind of smart. Now, I'm not sure what's actually better, a late game Kayle or a late game Kassadin. Probably a late game Kayle or a late game, I don't know. I mean, Kassadin is probably more better, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they're nerfing Kassadin as well. I'm pretty excited for that patch. But yeah, I mean, what would you guys rather have, a late game Kayle or a late game Kassadin, man? Let me know. Let me know. I don't know what I would actually want. I feel like I would want a Kassadin because Kassadin can just go in, go out. Like, he's just super broken. But right here, I come onto the Darius. I exhaust him right away because he's kind of he was building up his stacks, and I felt like he could have been a problem. And so right here, we're just chasing him. I'm actually surprised the Kassadin went back in for that. I think that was a bad decision. He should have just ran. Boom, we get the kill onto Caitlyn, and we're pushing forward to the Pyke, but the Pyke is too slippery for us to do anything with. But now we can finally take this mid turret. And the nice thing with taking this mid turret is it really opens up the map. The enemy team can't sit behind it. Which is always good to have, is really taking that mid turret against teams that want to sit under it. And so right here, I was like, man, I canceled my recall so many times. I gotta just reset. Right here, I decided to go with Ninja Tab Eyes because I felt like it would get a lot of value here. So, yeah. And plus, like, I mean, I'm not really too worried about the Kassadin because, like, I mean, we're snowballing this game super hard. Now, it's coming for the for the red buff, but the entire red side has been completely taken from this split pushing, just this split pushingness. And so right here, we rotate in. Darius is super caught out. I go for the root. I can't believe it, like, I don't know what happened to that, but one nice thing with Jhin is Jhin really stops people from escaping, man. And man, that Caitlyn walked right into that fourth shot, which can be so deadly, man. It can be so deadly. And this Jax is really pissing me off, guys, because, like, you know, let me know if you guys ever hate this, but like sometimes when you're against a Jax or just like against certain champions, that you're destroying their team so hard that they just opt to split pushing. Like, not only was the Jax split pushing, but the Kassadin split pushing. Now, that's exactly what they should do because they're so far behind. But it's just like, when you're on the enemy team and you're winning, but the enemy team is just like split pushing, it could be so frustrating, man. Because like sometimes your teammates in solo queue are not gonna match them, so it could be really annoying with that. Now I saw a question on one of my video where I was playing and I did not do the double relic strat. And for example, I'm not doing the double relic strat in this game, and the reason for that is I only do that when I am playing with a support that I know. So this is solo queue. I'm not playing with the support, so that's why I didn't go to the double relic strat. But I think you should. If you're playing with the support, it's super OP, man. I mean, like, dude, the amount of gold that the support gets out of it is just like is just what insane. It's just absolutely insane. The like, yeah, it's just so much gold that the support gets. It's ridiculous. So, um, yeah, enjoy your fun with Senna Relic. It's really insane, especially getting away with it in ranked. Because I mean, as long as you don't get ganked or like you die too much with Senna Relic Shield, you'll be pretty strong. But yeah, I definitely would have gone Relic Jhin, guys. I would have. I would have. So right here, I was looking for the root, but like Caitlyn, not Caitlyn, Kale took so long to auto attack Darius that he actually escaped. Like if the Kale just hit him with anything, like just blew on the Darius, he would have got rooted and died. Now right here, the Renekton was super caught. I actually thought the Renekton was gonna die, but I mean, well, I mean, this is just the power of Soraka. Like a late game Soraka is just disgusting, man. Or scaling Soraka. Is just disgusting. So right here I get the kill, and I just start ulting, but they were able to escape my ult, unfortunately. I wanted to chase this up here, and I was like, man, I was thinking to myself, I wish I had my flash, but I ended up getting the root on Pike, which was pretty beautiful. Kale getting every single kill. Absolutely disgusting. I'm in this champ. God. I've never had a Kale do good early game before, which I think the reason for that, man, I keep yawning, guys. That's why if there's some long pauses, it's just like me yawning. But, it's yeah, it's just very rare for a Kale to do this good early game. But I think it's because Kale's going against Kassadin. So I think that's really what it is. And guys, look at this. Like I should have died here, but just watch the power of Soraka Kale. Like I'm full HP. What the hell? I mean, that's just absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. I mean, we just want to chase him down here at this point. I get the scuttle with the grenade in that fight. I was very happy about that. I flash forward because it's just time to finish them off. And boom, man. That is so satisfying, finishing people off with with Jhin autos. It's just so nice. And right here, we want to siege with the Rift Herald. And kind of keep opening up the map, because when you're against a Caitlyn and you're just opening up the map, it's very scary for her to be far up, and that goes for a lot of ADC champions, but Caitlyn is one of those in particular. She wants to have her turret up, she wants to be safe when she's auto attacking, but I mean, we literally took the inhib as well, so like literally it's just very risky for her to be out so far. Even though she has net as some mobility, it's still not enough. It really isn't enough. There's nothing like having your turret in mid. It's like, dude, I don't know if you guys have ever been behind in a game, but if you still have your mid turret, it feels like you could like you just feel safe in a way, and you feel like protected, and there's just always a chance of coming back. And so that's why I think keeping mid turret in rank could be really good, because in ranked, your team's not going to be on comms with each other, so it's more easier for the enemy team to catch you out if you don't have a mid turret. But if you have a mid turret, then the enemy team has to look on the side lanes and can't look mid. So, yeah, I mean, that's just really my thoughts on it. But right here, I'm trying to come in onto this little skirmish right here. Boom! I tried to get the kill. Like, I couldn't force shot the Darius right there. So my grenade had to do, and I'm trying to boots rush onto this. I'll attack the Jax to get some movement speed. Boom, root him, finish him off with the 4-shot, pull out my ultimate, and I just let them have it. Oh my god, Caitlyn just died with so much HP. Jesus. I mean, we are just absolutely murking this lobby, man. Absolutely murking this lobby. So, yeah, I mean, we're going on to the next inhib. We already took one, so at this point the game's like basically over. I mean, we're gonna start hitting the Nexus soon, but there is the Pyke being annoying. Like, out of everyone he could have pulled, I'm surprised he was able to even get me. And right here, I 4-shot the Pyke and he just dies instantly. And right here, it's like we were getting low, and I was like, oh my god, Casson is gonna just kill us all and get all the bounties, but it wasn't happening. So guys, Jin's absolutely insane. Give him some more time and give him a try in the bot lane and let me know how it feels. With that, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.